Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the collective update read. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if this reading resonates with you. Check the community tab post as well. If you've gotten a reading from me, brought products from me, I did leave the link to do a review on my Google business page. So really appreciate your support with that. I have introduced mediumship-based readings on my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. A lot of you attended the live last week and saw like my gifts into action. So if any of you are interested in mediumship-based readings, that is up on the website. Now, again, I also added the sigil candles to the Etsy shop. So that's Chrissy Crystal Indigo on my Etsy shop. A lot of you guys have been ordering that as well. Now, with these candles, the sigils are light codes for your ascension, for your twin flame journey, for your spiritual protection, however it resonates for you. And I'm going to do a video showing you the different sigils. And when you look at these sigils, you immediately get activations depending on where you are in your journey, right? And so it's very important. I'm trying to get as much support to all of you guys. A lot of you have emailed me about, the class. That information is coming tomorrow. A lot of you have just emailed me about your spiritual gifts in general. And so everything on the Etsy shop and my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com, it's to aid, support, and help you along your journey, okay? And if you guys would like to donate to the channel, as you know, I am doing this full time, go right ahead. That information is below in the description box. I appreciate your love and light. You can also follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. Check out the IG stories because I do post a lot of information there as well. Now, with the collective energy, right? And when I set the intention for it to be whether twin flame connection, whether soulmate connection, whether it is just you in a partnership in general, right? And so with the energy of Aries, right? We're in this Aries energy. We have the new moon in Aries coming up the 11th to 12th of April, depending on what part of the world you are in. But there is a lot of fiery energy. And, you can comment below if you're not shy, but there's been a lot of sexual energy within the collective as well. Like, you waking up yearning for your counterpart, or you feel them in your energy, or some of you have had Kundalini awakenings, however it resonates for you. So really pay attention to this reading and let me know, if this is your story. We all are on different ways, right? And so with divine masculines, for example, there's a lot of energy of them pulling your energy, feeling your energy, just showing up out of the blue, right? And it's because magnetically, the divine feminine had pulled away and really got into, his or her focus. And then here comes divine masculine feeling that like, something is up, something is going on. Like, where is my divine counterpart, right? And so honestly, it happened to me today. Like, wasn't expecting, wasn't, thinking about anything, and just out of the blue, like, bam, open the door. And I'm just like, what? Excuse me? Like, you know what I mean? But again, I did feel that energy for the last week, just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, especially with the Kundalini energy and that, like, sacral root gyrating type of energy. You guys can resonate, but comment below if this resonates with you. But again, the divine masculines are being pulled to you, and again, the roles are reversing. So you may see them being more communicative, you may see them being more affectionate, to where you're like, whoa buddy, like back up, or whoa mama, back up, like, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, comment below, like, what is your experience within your connection. But the first card that we have out is the devil. And so again, a lot of us, whether we're divine masculine, divine feminines, just counterparts in general, we are really fighting that devil energy. We're really trying to get in alignment with what is for us, and really, avoid the temptation, really focus on the light, really focus on, real integrity, right? And it goes for divine masculine. Like, you can look at your divine masculine, and sometimes it may feel like they can't even look you in the eye because of the things that they've done and the things that they know they've done that you don't know, but because you're special, you're gifted the way you are, right? And so really coming out of this devil energy, really trying to find the strength to not fall into the tricks, not fall into temptation. So this is that energy that's coming up for the collective. And then we have temperance after that. So this is Sag energy, but it talks about balance. It talks about divine timing. It talks about destiny. It talks about making sure your cup is full, being as pure as possible. So however, your divine counterpart moves within this connection, remember, one of you are more awakened than the other, and you have a duty to keep your intuition and integrity on point, right? So we have the Eight of Pentacles coming out, right? And so this is like, oh my God, like my ships are coming in, my blessings upon blessings are starting to shower in. And a lot of you guys in the collective, especially those of you on your soul mission or your purpose, you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. You're starting to see your businesses get more clients. You're starting to see more gifts within you. You're starting to see, the sun, right? Because at first we got into that, Aquarius energy, then Pisces energy. We didn't know if we were going or coming, right? And especially if you had those signs in your natal chart somewhere where it was significant, right? So a lot of us had that dark night of the soul energy, especially for the divine feminine. But this talks about your ships coming in, like things coming to fruition for you. And she's just sitting there and basking in the glory, right? In the overall energy, we got the Seven of Pentacles, and this is where you're planting your seeds, right? So the overall energy is basically you're seeing the fruits of your labor. You're seeing the seeds that you've sown. They're coming to the foundation. They're rising right now, right? And so this is what you really need to focus on, okay? Now, the card that wanted to show itself, Three of Pentacles. And so here you see all of them working together. You see, it looks like a stop sign, like red, yellow, green, right? And here, this could be a significant sign for all of us, like know when to slow down, know when to stop, know when to go, be patient, but yet work as a community together, right? When I see threes, I think of, the Holy Trinity, the Ascended Masters as well. So you let me know how this is resonating for you. I decided to get on and do something for you guys because it was on my heart, like just do a reading for the collective, do a reading for the collective. I'm like, okay. So now I'm using the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Oracle deck. For Divine Masculine, we have release. So they're going through a huge release now, releasing a lot, right? And then we have numbing. They're trying to figure it all out. And again, for Divine Feminines, or if you're just in, a spiritual connection, really work on the 5D, sending them healing energy, okay? And if you guys need support with your Divine Masculines, Twin Flames, I offer that support on my website as well. The Twin Flame Healing Session and the Reiki session is really good. You may check the comments and see feedback about that too as well. Now, we have the Karmic Partners coming out, full moon energy. So when we get our next full moon, right? So it's going to be the full moon in, it should be Scorpio. Yeah, full moon in Scorpio. And so with that energy, things may be brought to light. Things could come to light. Some realizing who is good for my space, some realizing who's not good for my space. But with Karmic Partners coming out, Divine Masculine is releasing a lot of that energy, okay? And then for the second time this week, Divine Masculine got their own card. So this is definitely Divine Masculine energy. If you were wondering if this is your Divine Masculine, this is your clarification. Now for Divine Feminine, we have grief coming out. And so Divine Feminine, for some of you in the collective, you're on different wavelengths. Some of you guys are feeling grief and like really trying to figure out like, what is to come of this connection. And then the key to that is for you just to dive into your purpose and what lights you up and what makes you happy. And for some of you in the collective, you're getting over the grief part and you're finding your power and you're finding your strength. But there's other things besides your Divine Masculine that you're worried about, rent, mortgage, or, finding a job that you can balance both spirituality and, still, be in 3D, right? You can't do spirituality a whole 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You'll burn out and you will begin to like regret it, right? So, or resent it. So you got to have a balance to where you feel all the way together, right? And then we have guide for divine feminine. So again, spirit guides, angels, deities, goddess, whatever or however you resonate with your spirit team, they're coming in and they're supporting you as much as they can. And what I would recommend is that you ask your guides to help you, and your counterpart heal your heart wounds, help you not get, too attached to the triggers or fall for the trigger energy, however it resonates, okay? For divine feminine, we have commitment. And so this is what divine feminine is like. Come on, pick up what I'm stepping in. Like, when are we going to make this official? For some, we're still in that energy where we're like, what are we? What are we doing? Me and my soul sister talked about this earlier. And, and others of you are really close to union. I know I'm not on that way. And if that was to happen tomorrow, I would even be shocked. But it resonates for all of you in different ways. So if you guys are close to union or your connection has turned for the better, write it in the comment section. It gives others hopes and know that, this isn't a connection that's end all be all or a complete, disaster. And then we have third party energy. So with divine feminine or your soul partner or however it resonates, you guys feel that, there's a third party interruption. Doesn't always have to be a person. This could be a job. Your divine counterpart can just really, want to reach to the top of the company, really want to work hard. However it resonates, they really need to make a name for themselves. So they're just going all in, but they're not, taking a moment to stop and smell the roses, right? And so some of you guys are really worried about this third party energy. But again, with your divine counterpart, you guys are one. You feel your divine and they feel you, okay? Proof is from what happened to me today. I even said it. I was like, oh, you've been dreaming about me this week, huh? And of course, my divine masculine's lost in the sauce. So my divine masculine just started looking around the other way, right? But when my divine masculine saw those candles on my counter, was like giving it the death stare. I'm like, oh my God, he really think that I be in here just concocting up something. And I tell him all the time, like, trust me, if I was concocting up some stuff, we you and I would have been married, probably with a child already, right? So at the end of the day, they have their fears, they have their worries, they have their setbacks, right? And that's what really bothers the divine feminine. Now, for the energy that wanted to show itself, we have admired, we have free will, understanding, pride and ego, soulmate, mirroring, and self-worth, and regret, okay? So those are all of the energies that are floating within the collective, but the overall energy is forgiveness, right? And so even last night when I was doing my prayers, I asked, help me to forgive in an unconditional way. Like, you love your divine counterpart unconditionally, but those triggers really make you, think about like how you didn't deserve a certain treatment, right? And so consistently asking for forgiveness, right? So now we're going to dive into the Light Workers Oracle spread. So for divine masculine, spiritual decree, okay? So that's 41. 4 and 1 is 5. 5 talks about changes. So spiritual decree. And so with this, they're being called on their journey. They're being called to step up in regards to their journey. And I'll read the short version for you so you kind of understand, so that way you can help them out if you need to, give them some communication about it. But again, it says, you have been wondering what will happen next in your life, not realizing how much power you have to decide that for yourself. What do you wish to have happen next? Are you willing to use your divine birthrights of free will, voice, and empowerment to set the cosmic wheels in motion? If your answer is yes, then it's time to speak your truth to the universe. Decree it, and you shall be it. Okay? And so with this coming out, not only about, the spiritual awakening, but for the divine masculine, all you have to do is surrender, speak it, say it to the universe, right? Decree it. And with the divine masculines, again, a lot of them are very, very scared of this spiritual stuff. It's going to take spirit, source, divine God to really help them through this, right? And they see how magical you are. They see how amazing you are. Even when you guys are intimate with each other, it's a strong energy that really throws them off their center. It's like it's like the high, right? And that's why sometimes, if you notice, you can comment below, when you guys are intimate with each other, there's no more action for 3 weeks, 4 weeks at a time, right? Depending on your wavelength. I know some of you guys live with your divine counterpart, if you guys live with each other, that's a different story. But others are on different wavelengths. And for the divine masculine, some of them are, more evolved than others. But again, even your sexual energy, when you're intimate with each other, it does something to them, right? It throws them off. And it's a beautiful feeling, right? It's unlike any other, right? And so they have to really fight through this and allow themselves to surrender. For divine feminine, now this this reading, we get dark night of the soul, right? And so some of the divine feminines were going through their dark night of the soul, or are going through their dark night of the soul. And this is card 16, which equals 7, which is a very spiritual number. But with the dark night of the soul, that isn't nothing to play with, because I know for a fact from December up until recently, I was going through the motions, and I was like, oh man, is this awakening? Like, what is this? All right, so with the dark night of the soul, it says you are ready for a more real and radiant relationship with the divine. Your preconceived ideas you are ready for a more real and radiant relationship with the divine. Your preconceived ideas and safe limiting beliefs may be sacrificed in order for this to happen. To the divine, these are only the clothing of your spirit. They are impediments to the absolute intimacy the divine seeks with you. You might feel vulnerable or uncertain as the divine goes about stripping away these barriers. This is when you enter the dark night of the soul. You understand there is nothing to rely upon but the divine, and you will find it difficult to trust at times. This will end, however, and the sweetness of the divine dawning in your heart shall render all worthwhile. But for now, you are meant to feel exactly as you feel. You are not doing something wrong. You are moving closer to the divine. Then with that definition, I had to be going through another strong awakening, because that part happened to me when I first got my first awakening. So maybe you get 2 dark nights of the soul. I don't know, but I know I was upside down like a vampire. That's what I do know, right? So that's for the divine feminine, and look for the overall energy. Trust in the plan. Number 13, 1 and 3 is 4, right? So there's a lot of significant things happening in the collective, especially for the month of April. So if you notice some huge changes within your divine counterpart or your person, share with the group. We all need each other's support, all right? And so we know what trust in the plan is. Like, it's really just trust in divine timing, but we really be cringing when we see that, right? And so it says, in preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during such time, you do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life. Have faith, all is well, right? So that's for all of us. That's just divine masculine, divine feminine, soulmates, however it resonates for you. So we're going to dive into the Lemuria, Beyond Lemuria deck, okay? And so for divine masculine, we have life force energy, okay? And this is number 34, 3 and 4 is 7. So you see all these beautiful numbers that we're getting, right? And so with life force energy, it's talking about energy, mana, Aina, the rainbow spectrum, bright white light, Reiki, celebrating life, God force, optimal health, being vibrantly alive, thriving nature, consciousness, consumption, Eden, the body as a temple, bringing earth into balance, cell rejuvenation, love of the land. All right? So our divine counterparts, if they haven't already, definitely need to get some Reiki done, energy healing, have an Akashic session done. Like, they really need to go through all of their spiritual tools to help them understand what all this is about, right? And so I know for my divine counterpart, no, it is not happening. I have to sneak and do everything on the 5D. But for a lot of you divine counterparts who, of your divine counterparts who are open, really highly recommend get this for them. And that way it can help with your connection and help them be open a lot more, okay? Now, for the divine feminine, let's see, we have radical expansion. And like, again, a lot of you have started your businesses, your shops, and you're expanding, like you're doing so many great things. And this is talking about living and loving at full capacity, being unapologetically you, self-expression, boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power, being visible in the world, having fun with your magnificence, letting go of judgment, creating exploration, radical ways of being, right? So that's the advice. And you guys, got another one here. It says communication, co-creation. So this is card number 21. And we break that down. That's a 3, right? And so with co-creation, we know co-create with spirit, right? So it says nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language. I offer that too, offer the candles as well. Multidimensional information, community, coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone deeper, listening. So co-creating, diving in. A lot of your spiritual gifts just went to 100. You're really going to start realizing what they all are. You guys saw me on the live last week, right? Just one after the other, just channeling, communicating with their passed on loved ones. And you've never seen me do that, even on a regular post, right? A regular video that I post. So I was given that clarity a week before it happened. Like, just watch, like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. So when you get those headaches, those vibrations through your body, different things. And again, I'm going to introduce some light codes to help you guys with that as well. And they will also be on your sigil candles. So that's what that's all about, to help you acclimate to the changes, okay? All right, so the next card out is Shine Your Light. That's right, divine feminine. You know, woman who's watching this who feels she's not a divine feminine, however it resonates, you shine your light no matter what. Do not dim your light. Your light raises the vibration of the planet, okay? And then for the overall energy, we have crown chakra, all right? And so that's for everyone, and it's the unlimited self, crown chakra. Make sure that crown chakra is in alignment, okay? And this is number 9, right? 9 talks about ending. So if you felt like your, crown chakra has been blocked, you can't see through your third eye, all of that type of stuff, that's changing, okay? And so it talks about devotion, inner guidance, visionary, inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to the universe, and life force energy, okay? So you guys let me know how you are liking this reading. I did it different today, and I was called to do it that way because I had to come from a more galactical type of energy, like more of a spacey kind of. So the advice for the divine feminine, we have the awakener Electra, rise. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. So this is the energy that you need to be focusing on. You are the awakener. You are the way shower, the way maker. And then there is a gift where you are gifted as being the awakener, where people meet you and they awaken, and someone else meets you and they awaken. It's beautiful, so many different beautiful gifts that you'll start to notice that is inside of you, okay? So you awaken others, all right? The next advice is the lapis lazuli star, starlight. My inner vision guides me to my higher purpose. Esther Rope. And so again, talking about that third eye, like really get it cleansed, really get it, imagine a purple light just really beaming when you're meditating and see the difference, right? And for a lot of you, I discovered that some of my divine soul sisters, they weren't meditating correctly. So I went through the steps with them again. And I'm pretty sure now they see the difference and feel the difference, okay? And so the overall energy in the sacred orchard, right? The sacred orchard, number 33. Y'all know my threes. Co-create. We got that advice again. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. Co-create with source, spirit, divine. Speak what you want, say what you want, see what you want, feel what you want, believe in what you want, right? And so the orbs that are around us right now, right? So when you're seeing these orbs, when you're feeling this energy for the collective, we have Archangel Michael, Uriel, a unicorn, and El Moria. So call on these guides for support, okay? All right, guys. So that is the reading for the collective for today. I'll know what to title it when I'm done. I kind of got an idea. And again, for all of you, make sure you check out the Etsy shop, Christy Crystal Indigo, the sigil candle, the rose water spray. Like, there's so many things there that's been blessed and made with certain herbs to help and aid and guide you on your journey, as well as the crystals that are there. Check it out. If you need crystals that are not on the site, email me. My email is below in the description box, okay? And then on the website, www.christythecrystalindigo.com, I just put up the listing for the mediumship-based reading. So again, those are very strong. You guys have witnessed it yourself on the live, and one of my soul sisters was like, can you please just put it up so we can book it, like, please? And I'm like, okay. And you know, I had to get over that fear because, you know, again, I'm still learning a lot on this journey, just as you guys are, you know, accepting your, you know, new gifts and etc. And some things, you know, I'm fearful of. And, you know, you guys help me get over that. So I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Email me if you have any questions about the spiritual development class that's coming up. And I will talk to you guys soon. Love and light. Take care.